Hi. Okay, so welcome to day 87, which was going to be day 86, but now I'm switching it. Okay, so on day 87, we're working on relationships. And in the first one, we worked with acquaintances and, people in our community and just being able to hold our head up high and be, confident that you are amazing and your value is so high. Okay, so now today we're going to start working with closer relationships. So today we're going to go to our extended family. So I want you to think of one or two people in your extended family. So now this is excluding children, parents, or siblings. So extended family could be a mother-in-law, a father-in-law, a sister-in-law, a brother-in-law, a cousin, or an aunt or an uncle. Okay, so find somebody in your extended family. Think about your extended family and think about somebody who you want a better relationship with and you really like, and maybe you feel unheard because of this illness that you're going through, and or maybe you've isolated from them because of it, or maybe whatever the case is. So I want you to find a person who you'd like. If you were healthy, you would like a better relationship with them. And we're going to push through and make that happen now. So you can choose one or you can choose two, but start with one. Think of that person. That has to be something that you would, if you were healthy, you would actually want a good, healthy relationship with. You don't need to isolate and you don't need to be upset with them for not understanding. And, I would like you to make an effort today to call them and invite them over. Invite them over for the week, next week, or the weekend, or, depending. Or could you come and visit? Or maybe just you're going to have a long conversation with them on the phone, something that you wouldn't normally do. And you're going to talk, not about you necessarily or your illness, or if they bring that up, like, how are you feeling or how's everything going? And you just don't want that to be the basis. We don't want your illness to be the basis of the conversation, because we don't want to build on that. We want to build on a life without illness. So when they say, well, like, how are you feeling? How are your symptoms lately? How are you doing? You just want to say, be honest, say, either things haven't been great, or they're pretty bleak, or, I'm doing a little better. Whatever the honest answer is, you can say it in one sentence and then say, but I've actually decided that I want to focus on that. So I like to talk and not even mention it, because I'm putting my focus on things that I want in my life, and I'm not looking to talk about that. I don't really want to discuss it. I want to talk about other things, happy things, wonderful things. And how's your life going? Ask about them. Listen, open your ear up. Tell them about your life. Maybe you don't have anything great to talk about, but you could talk about your children or your husband, or something interesting happening in your neighborhood or your community or on your street, or anything. Mostly you can listen. People love to talk. So even if you don't have a lot to say that's positive, I'm sure you have more things than you know. You can listen and you can hear what they have going on, and you can let your judgments come down. Let your resentments come down. Let your insecurities come down. And not also be so hard on them, And I know it's very hard to hear all about somebody's amazing, exciting life and all the things that they have going on when you just long to be like them. You long to be healthy. You long to be able to do those things yourself. And so it can be very hard, and that's maybe one of the reasons why people who have chronic illness isolate. It's hard to see, it's hard to listen to, it's hard to watch, and it's hard to, long for what you can't have, and to watch somebody else living the life that you want, or being able to do these things without this chronic illness or pain or suffering or whatever they're going through. And we have to let that go. So I urge you to let that go, to dissolve everything, to be vulnerable, to be yourself, to say you're not going to talk about your illness, you prefer to focus on other things, and to really have a nice visit and just, open yourself up without going into the dark parts. People like to connect on the sadness and the emotions and the illness and the things that aren't good. Try to steer it to positive things and make a connection. Start that relationship. Start building it from today forward. So I wish you luck, and I challenge you to do that.